Okay, today I want to talk to you about the final topic in Unit 1, which is equations of motion. Now there's two major categories of motion that we're going to be analyzing. That is motion that takes place with a constant acceleration and motion that takes place with a constant velocity. In the last lesson we looked at the graphs of these things. So if you have a constant velocity, your position versus time will be a linear graph. Your velocity versus time will be a horizontal line at whatever speed you're moving, and your acceleration will be zero. In these situations, the equation that you want to use to figure out what's going to happen is that the velocity is equal to the displacement divided by the time. These problems should be rather straightforward and easy to work with. You just have to make sure you identify, is the object moving with a constant speed or is the object accelerating? When the object's accelerating, you actually have three different equations which can be used, five different variables that you want to track, and graphically it will look like this. The position versus time graph will show a changing slope because it's accelerating. The velocity graph will show a constant increase or decrease in velocity, so it will be linear. And the acceleration versus time will be a horizontal line at whatever acceleration value you happen to have. Okay, when you're faced with a situation with a constant acceleration, you want to make a list of the five variables that you might have to work with. Then as you read the problem, you want to fill in the known values. You have to have at least three known values in order to proceed. So you want to be looking for the displacement of the object, its initial speed, its final speed, its rate of acceleration, or the time of the acceleration. Once you have three of these, then you can use whichever equation has only one unknown to figure out the other missing variables. So this equation says the final velocity of the object is equal to the initial velocity of the object plus the acceleration times time. This equation says that the displacement of the object is equal to the initial velocity times time plus half the acceleration times time squared. Final one is the final velocity squared minus the initial velocity squared equals 2 times acceleration times displacement. Again, pick the equation that has only one unknown. You cannot solve an equation with multiple unknown variables.